A couple of questions have come in on the website on what's the best way to set up a double box in Vizrt Artist. And depending what type of switcher and how it's configured, there are a couple of different options to this. So this video will show you two examples of a way to set up a double box. One using the video texture settings and one using the mask settings to actually key out the double box. So first what I'm going to do is create a background image here. And I'm just going to use a rectangle. I'm just going to slide it down. I'm going to move this back into Z space, let's say maybe about -250. And then I'm just going to hit the screen button here and have it fill the screen. I'm going to drop some type of image on that, so I'm going to go into my images here in the server and find an image to use. So I'll just use this gray image, I'll drop it on here, and let's go into the mapping, and maybe I'll just set the mapping to vertex. Now I also want to add some type of 3D object in here too, just as a design element. So I'll go into my objects here, and I have a globe, so I'm just going to drag this down into the scene tree too. Now this is a object, so I'm going to split this and open up its parameters here. Now I want to make one of my spheres wireframe here, so I'm just going to use my expert here and drag this onto the blue part and click on the expert, and in the expert editor I'm going to turn it on to wireframe. Now I'm just going to scale this down a little bit because it looks like it's intersecting, and I'm also going to drop an alpha on this just to alpha this down a little bit to make it more transparent. Now I'm just going to reposition this. I'll scale it up. I'll push it back in Z space a little bit and just reposition it to wherever you want. If you want to add an animation to it at this point, we can. So I can just come in here. Maybe I want to rotate the Y-axis a little bit. So I'll set a key. Just rotate it once. So I'll type in 360, set another key, and maybe I'll just go in to my stage here and just drag this second keyframe out so we slow it down. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and start adding my video boxes. So what I'm going to do here is go into my built-ins. I'm just going to use a rectangle. So I'm going to slide a rectangle down. I'm going to bring this out in Z space a little bit, scale it up, reposition this one to the left side, and I'm just going to copy this rectangle and I'll slide it this one over to the right. And if we want to relabel these, we can. We'll say left, right for these. Now to add video on this, what I'm going to do is go into my TS tab here and add video 1 onto this rectangle and add video 2 onto this rectangle. So I want to go into my scene settings here, and within the scene settings we have this video tab. I'm going to click on the video tab, and I'm just going to make sure my video 1 input here is set to texture and my video 2 input is set to texture as well. And this is going to actually map the video to these two boxes. So now if I want to rotate these a little bit, I can make them 3D and rotate them a little bit. From here it's just a matter of adding design aesthetics. So if you want to add a backplate to this, what we can do is just copy this left box here, and I'm just going to extrude it. I'll get rid of the little video 1 function on that, and I'll go back and add some type of image onto here. So I'll just drag a new image, and if we go into our extrude settings, we can adjust our extrusion here, and here's a little frame. So if we want to make this reflection, we can. And if you want to do the same thing for your right hand side box, you can just copy that right. We'll get rid of the video texture. We can just drag the extrude and the image down too, and now you have another frame on that one. So that's one way you can create a double box. Another option for us is to actually use a mask function. So what I'm going to do is go back into my built-ins again. So this time we're going to start again by using a rectangle, and we'll just drag a rectangle down again. I'll go in and reposition the Z position up a little bit, and I'll scale it up, move it to the left a little bit, and I'm just going to copy this rectangle and move this one to the right. Now what I want to use is the two mask functions here to mask out the two rectangles. So I'm going to drag the mask source onto this rectangle and another mask source function onto the other rectangle. Now I need to add the mask target onto the background and onto our 3D globe as well. Now when we come over here and click on the key channel, you can see we have nothing keying out. So what we need to do is also add the key channel. So I'm going to select all of my groups here and just throw these in the topmost group and drag the key function down onto here. Now you can see that it's keying out. We turn on the key button, it shows us the key signal. If we want to kind of drop a picture in the back here just to see how it is keying out, we can do that. So I'll go into my global settings here, and in our background image we can just drag some type of picture just to see what is keying out. So now that we have that picture in there, that picture represents the two video sources that you would set up in your switcher.